So we all know that meditation has tons of benefits for both your mental and your physical health. But for a lot of people, the whole process of meditation still feels very intimidating. A lot of people have trouble picturing what the actual process looks like, and they can't really tell if they're doing it right or not. You hear a lot of people online telling you that if you want to meditate, you have to completely rid your mind of thoughts, and if you have any thoughts or you're getting distracted, then you're doing it wrong and you should just give up. So a lot of people get discouraged as they find that they sit down with their thoughts, and after a little bit they find that they can't completely clear their mind of thoughts and they feel like they're doing something wrong and they just give up. But I want to explain to you how meditation is actually much more simple than you think, and how especially students can get really amazing benefits out of it when it comes to motivation, focus, and stress management. All three of which are things that you truly need to bolster your grades and just make sure you're doing really amazingly academically. So if you have really ambitious goals and want to optimize the way you learn and study, then this is just the video for you. And now I want to preface by saying some of the most dramatic increases I've seen in my ability to focus and just study for longer and study more productively had not been from trendy new study techniques that I saw online somewhere, but really more so just dialing in on meditation and making it a consistent habit, especially when reading long passages for a class where usually my mind would just wander after a couple paragraphs. I found that when I started meditating consistently, I became better at just noticing when my attention was straying from whatever the task at hand was, and getting better at just pulling my attention back and continuing whatever I actually needed to focus on. So now I'm not going to waste any of your time. I want to tell you exactly what I did to increase my focus and make the process of studying more productive for me. And now this is going to sound so simple, you might not actually want to believe that this is all there is to it, but this is truly all I did. When I meditated, all I would do is focus on my breath, focus on the in and out sensation of breathing. And I wouldn't try to completely rid my mind of thoughts. I wouldn't every time I had a thought freak out and think, oh my God, I'm doing it wrong. But I would try to focus on my breath. And every time I got distracted by a random thought, I would acknowledge that thought and then just gently bring my attention back to the breath. And you might be thinking, well, okay, what if I get distracted for say 3 minutes and the meditation gets completely derailed? In that case, you would go, okay, I got distracted for 3 minutes, and then you would just bring your attention back to the breath. Again, there's no right way or wrong way to do this, but essentially what you're doing for say 5 or 10 minutes, I think 5 is definitely a good starting place. So for 5 minutes, you're just trying to focus on your breath, the in and out sensation, and if you have any thoughts, that's completely fine. You're just acknowledging that thought and then bringing your attention back to the breath. And this translates to focus in other areas of your life, because if you can get better at acknowledging when you're having a thought and bringing your attention back to the task at hand, you can think of it almost like an exercise. So when you're in the gym and you're doing some bicep curls and you're getting those reps in, you can sort of think of meditation as reps for your mind. So the point of the meditation isn't to completely rid your mind of thoughts. You actually want to get distracted because that's what's giving you that practice. The entire point of meditation is to get distracted and then rein in that focus. You can think of that as one rep for your mind. And what I will say about this is you don't have to do a ton of it every day. So you don't need to be meditating for 20 minutes a day, especially when you're just starting. There's really no sense in meditating for more than say 5 to 10 minutes a day. And 10 might even be a bit of an overshoot. So if you're just getting started, 5 minutes a day of meditation is completely fine. The main thing is consistency, day after day. It's just like going to the gym where you wouldn't hit one workout and then wait a couple months and then hit another workout. If you want to get better at this skill, it's really something that you should be cultivating day after day after day. And a lot of us sort of like to make excuses and say that we don't have enough time in our day. But if you can't spare 5 minutes to work on this habit, then I might suggest that you're actually making excuses, because we all have at least 5 minutes in our day to spare for a productive activity like this that's going to improve our mental and physical health. So make sure you're not making up excuses. Try to practice some form of meditation every day. It could even be 3 minutes of just some mindful breathing, and whenever you get distracted, just bringing your attention back to the breath. That consistency day after day is really going to improve your studies, I promise you. And listen, if you're still watching, I really appreciate you watching until the end. If you like videos like this on studying and productivity and mental health and just general lifestyle advice for college students, I really recommend you subscribe. There's going to be a whole lot more videos like this soon, but until then, I'll see you guys.